going to be talking about Infant Nightmare from the Black Peace Stones. We're going to break down how he was murdered by the Mungo Crips in double murder. And we're also going to cover how all three of his suspected killers were arrested a few years after his murder. Let's dive right into it. Infant Nightmare was shot on the 6200 block of South Vermont on October 3rd of 2018 at the age of 19. And the shooting happened just after 5 o'clock at night. Dante Kennybrew was Infant Nightmare, and two others were shot. And the other two people that were shot were Dewan Hurd and Darrell Kane. And they were both members of Six Deuce Brim. 62nd Street and Vermont Ave would be a known hangout spot for the Six Deuce Brims. But like we said, Infant Nightmare was from BPS. However, the whole shooting was caught on surveillance video. And they would say that there was about 7 to 8 people standing in front of the smoke shop. They would then see a vehicle park around the corner, and that's when two suspects got out the vehicle, ran towards the group, and opened fire on them. And like we said, out of the 8 people, 3 people would be shot, including Infant Nightmare. But the first person they would see on surveillance video collapse to the ground after being shot multiple times would be Dewan Hurd. Darrell Kane was shot in his jaw, but survived. And Infant Nightmare was shot in his head. And at the scene, police discovered 12 9mm casings from 2 separate guns. The ambulance took Infant Nightmare and the other 2 victims to the hospital, but Infant Nightmare was pronounced dead less than an hour later, at 5:51 at night. And his cause of death was a gunshot wound to the forehead, and 2 and 3 would be the exit wounds. But the shooting happened in broad daylight, and there was a few witnesses that seen the whole thing. And one of them would be a lady that lived near the crime scene, and she would tell police that she seen the 2 shooters run into an idling Ford truck. So now police knew that there was 3 people involved: the driver, 2 shooters, and a Ford truck. And at first, they expected the other 2 victims to survive. But unfortunately, just 10 days after the shooting, on October 13th of 2018, Dewan Hurd would pass away in the hospital. And Dewan Hurd actually went by Infant Evil from the Six Deuce Brims. And he was under Tiny Evil, who would be the rapper from Six Deuce Brims. But 2 days after Infant Evil, aka Dewan Hurd, passed away, his sister would receive a text from somebody. And she didn't even know this person. But this person would text her on October 15th of 2018 a picture of somebody named Jonathan Coleman, who was from Menlo Crip, standing in front of the market, wearing the same exact clothes as the shooter. In the market they're referring to would be on 71st Street in Vermont Ave, and this would be a stronghold for the 6-7 neighborhood Crips and the Menlo Crips. However, detectives would go to the market and pull surveillance footage from October 3rd of 2018, which would be the day of the shooting. And a little before the shooting, they would see on surveillance video Crips. However, detectives would go to the market and pull surveillance footage from October 3rd of 2018, which would be the day of the shooting. And a little before the shooting, they would see on surveillance video a pickup.
What's up, Junebug? What's up, lame? Your mama's lame. You need some sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna go sleep with your mom tonight, my boy. Thoughts on McDonald's? McDonald's is trash. Stupid. You thought you was about to type, stupid. You thought you was about to type that, stupid, stupid. You thought you was about to type that, dummy. I'll see you funny when you get out. What you smoking on? Smoking on your I'm smoking on your mama, boy. My chin is at your mom's house. Why am I British? Why did your mom love me? Yeah, I'm talking about the experiment with your cousin. Yep, you're right. With your cousin. You right. You my boy. You right, my boy. The chat, wow. You know the chat gonna be the chat gang. Regardless. Spell experiment. You can take a shower. Yeah, I took a shower with your mom last night. You gotta be a subscriber and I'll shout you out. Yeah, I got this from the dispensary, my boy. Yeah, I got it from the dispensary, my boy. How are we doing today? We doing good, gang. This nigga high as hell. Nah, I'm not even high, gang. Yeah, I got work today. My job is to go bend your mom over. There you go. I got this. Danny, all you got is your mom. That's all bad. You need to come up with some new jokes, Danny. Stop saying your mom, Danny. You need to come up with new jokes. Damn, Israel, you said Adam 22 is gonna be your master? That's bad. Why would you want him as your master? Good morning, Chili man. What's up? What's up, Vato? Your mom looks like a high laser. Why is your mom chopped? Chilling on it, brother. What's popping? What's popping, Vato? Don't play me no more. Yeah, I'm gonna build a house for your mom. Hey, shout out to all the real ones in the chat though. Make sure y'all don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. If you already haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video. Shout out to all the real ones in the chat.
Feels so right. It almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days on select models. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
A lot of keyboard warriors. Oh God.
You asked for protein, and we went big.
They all keyboard warriors, gang. I just laugh at them. I don't even be reading their comments, gang. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Only comments I really read is real niggas like you, gang. What's up, little sleepy? How are you today? Like comments like that I read. But I've been good today, gang. How you been? Bro, look bacon shit. I'm about to join you. You about to join me, gang? Flame it up. You're trying to catch a better vibe. Cause I get lost in my thoughts and I crowd and you know I'm close, get you much in my mind. And with my mind. Take break. Matter change like the ring and everything. Thank God, everything working. Yeah, brings on the scene. Yeah, he's upstairs. Oh, I know you. And we got the shows all alone. And nothing seen. But it don't have to make it back home. Even if I don't, I'm like, oh my God. Still been broken half, like a 2 months off. And broken heart. That's gotta be easy, cause life is hard, yeah.
That's why I say that. But
That's gotta be easy. Life is hard, and that's gotta be easy. On the road, you go all alone. And another nigga see it. 35, get your bag on. I fly, oh my God. So been broken down like a 2 minute scar. That's gotta be easy, cause life is how fly, how am I going? So been broken down like a 2 minute scar. That's gotta be easy, cause life is harder. Yeah. Look, I'm bleeding chat. I like the streets cause problems. I mean, feel better than ever. I feel it. I know you wish you had called me. I've been doing better than ever. I've been doing better than ever. When am I gonna start doing your mom? I already been doing your mom, gang. What's your name? Chewbacca. I already been doing your mom, gang. I mean, He doesn't read the hate comment. No cap. You already know the truth. I don't read the hate comment. That shit just keeps going. You just wasting your time hating. You could just get the fuck out of here like the rest of the people. I can't see you, shit, cause me. I think the new way so sweet. I remember. No more right now. I'm fucking down. I'm getting this one down. Happy my day, I found if you see me look at me, I like the streets on songs. I can't believe your mom that you smoking in the house. Nah, this is your mom's house. I'm smoking at your mom's house, gang. Jubaka, I'm at your mom's house, gang. She's in Jubaka. Your mom's in the next room. I'm about to blow. I'm about to blow her donut hole out. No cap.
You trying to get come on, let's go. I'm still up and I'm smoking my dough. Back on the drink, I just pulled the food. Said I was fine, but the pants they show. The understands of the drink, I don't know. Demons to me, I done lost my dough. Talk to the Rico and never be home. That's the side I just want to be home. Don't want to talk to you, leave my phone. Suicidal thoughts running through my dome. I think I'm dying, I'm murder zone. You ain't gotta cry, be glad I'm gone. I just ain't been feeling like home. Some share me deep, won't stand the song. But my ops, we'll never get along. The city want me dead, I'm all gone. Come on, let's go. She let the girl be falling for you. No one to push up if give me a load. Make me a nigga, packing the post, we turn to the cat, we make them go. But in the trap, getting high, low. Watch these cops, but I drop on the road. Shot it outside, I'm going cold. Lost my girl, I ain't studying these hoes. I was gonna achieve my goals. Tame me the pain, go. Lost in the streets, of the streets, where I want. Trying to stay here, kids. Drug ain't feeling so strong. Anything to clear my head ain't. Pray to get better, should have known it wrong. Molly quit sniffing that dope. OD running low. OD on that lane, be surprised about him. Shedding tears right now. Talk to my
Nah, Dubaka, your mom is actually pretty smart. Your mom doesn't have low IQ. After I bang her out, she's definitely gonna be way more smart. Chewbacca, don't worry, man. I'm gonna take care of your mom, bro. Don't worry.
Lord knows I was supposed last time I packed the growth up here. My jeans been right on my option get put in that way. I'm sure it's time to go. I was in slave when I jumped out. I was 15 on the block trying to float. Young some blocking, still play. Letting me call cause he ran too slow. Talking time, niggas hate, I know. Come on, let's go kick a shit with the repeat. Listen out the folks to pick up a jizzle, we doing a jump. And the car will ain't catch a face in the smoke. Outside of the blood, you can die below. Chill like a killly, op niggas so. Roll up op dead gas, we smoke. Chill and make my op can't lay up. We catch a op, then we up in the scope. Few niggas that gotta kill a few most. These pictures of bug and I'm getting that most. They know what I op for the smell hardcore. I ain't picking up the phone, I left it at home. Don't need a call, you ain't know what I'm on. Vibes type shit, we could don't. Need them at all, fuck them all, I be gone.
I be gone, gone, gone. Tell boy that
I'm rolling, but Molly. Let's go. I said, I want stuff I know, but I got the folk that I was fine with the pack that show. You know what I'm saying? The drink on no. Even we have to fuck my soul. The reborn and the that don't want to be going so my phone. So I don't that song like that crap. But famous, like share people. We never get along. So game plus, it's not stupid here. You're not afraid to put in work, but when it comes to building credit, the right opportunities aren't always easy to find. With Premier, we'll connect you with support, tools, and benefits you need to take control. I flew the air inside the land truck fell in free flying. I thought the niggas had my back when I'm studying CSI. And I had turned my back on water like I ain't seen no time. See, you did whatever you did, it's different, seeing them dance. You post so far, you know that shit be crap. You gotta pop out with that range, you know this shit be crack. And you can't fuck with that stick, you know this shit ain't bad. All they say is, you know that shit gon' bad. Yeah. Foxy feel they try to read my thoughts. And you can't dig back in your past, and you got time you lost. And make that time up for your kid, you know time ain't fault. Call me a dynamic cost, he don't won't cost. They turn it back and say they kill me, yeah, that's when they lost. I broke good inside the body, yeah, feeling lost. They could go type away in the county jail, I saw them come. I built a relationship with the real niggas and the other songs. Yeah, I say my chance, and that's when I grabbed it. Fuck me in a honey, I spend the trouble money on the side. Being a chest pain, that's when I found the Perkins out. I tried to get that family back, but they told me to stop me. That shit again, as a bundle gets for cash. I did shit for niggas without the last. I broke pounds for niggas without the mask. All folks, you want to say, I know like doing cash. Yeah, 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 yeah. This shit was there, we been together like 10 years ago. And I'm talking to a lot of niggas, but they still girls. The one that ain't talking like that back then, you know, they still wrong. And some niggas try to have they hate, but they still wrong. I never fucked up with phones because I call them sis. You ain't me right as I speak because I call them book. But the things I come home, they try to say I'm funny. Bitch, you a random man. I changed my life on books. I talk to town on face, and he say, damn, you back so. He say that back go down in blue. I say the back up. I say these blunts be back one. He say you back home. You gotta watch the niggas you love, they still back doors. You ain't got no hope of being in trap, so they lost the most. Broke that light on our pussy smell, that's why he fucking low. I know some real niggas who loaded up for a fire more. I dread slang, I feel like Wayne told me my opponents. You know, I like talking for the streets. Like, when you say your voice, you gotta like open up, like tell motherfuckers like what it is. Like, you can't hold nothing back, you gotta relate to the property, you know what I'm saying? Relate to the trench. Yeah. I'm talking about a rich community all the time. I'm saying, some niggas don't fuck a rich community. I'm saying, you gotta relate all that. I'm saying, boy, yeah, 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 yeah. Introducing the GMC Canyon AT4X. For current eligible non-GM owners, get 3.9% APR plus 2,000 purchase cash. our 2026 GMC Canyon Elevation Finals.
I'm coming as long as I see pregnancy. I'll object to this one different. Will hold it before my conflicts and declaring the ranks of competitive on just reading your journey to the racer. To all of you conferring and your win. Welcome, oh, Penny. You'll be soon. Chain action.
You foster joy, you think you want to, you gon' slide tonight. I know you feel you ain't gonna give someone that tonight. All these bitches and all my niggas that's the vibe tonight. If you don't play with what I'm playing, you gotta provide them right. Right if you call it case, have them right. I done got so big, I can't even trust my private life. It's crazy, but I ain't never shown by the candlelight. But I'm like, they make me feel this like a dynamite. Got my first hell, I felt like a problem. I have one phone with the shields in it. You're rolling up the side of the bottom from Chicago. Like walks around and shake that ass and talk to the. I got my dream clean up there, but it's I talk to her. I don't have to feel the blue dog because I want to. Got in that rolling to her. You talk to her. There's anything that shine like that, clean up dying. A lot of people. I be taking the smaller drugs, I'm feeling giant. The way I'm mixing popping legal exercise. The one I claim I can't be crying. Try to keep my mind clear, I just say it, don't write it. I got the eye of a lion. In the heart side. Try made it as I had the treasure of quiet. We really better time, fuck me there. Ain't do too much, I'm afraid of that. We twist my buttons. I miss the ones and now to see that I do some items. I know some things that will go below for the fight. You trying to play your window, you gotta fight. Waking up to different sides. I really got the hard sides.
Chain action. It's like he got that kid is still because he just wanna deep pussy ain't had it. What the fuck he want? He can't keep me feel like he won't make it up because his problems. He had a slap in his brain. That he started to have to pray this people that he got one time out of the balance. He started to never said the word of this man. He go kiss the city. This is like he go eat. They say that girl not because he ain't her deep. They say he broke. They say he will bound to the land where gate closed. They say he don't to the nigga, he might feel all his life. They say, to the land, but I can't go back. They say, some science and straight go back. I said, to my bank, no, baby. I say, okay, on to the for the gate go. Yeah, yeah. They say, go get that out of the gate. Give them what they're about. They say, sit like, say, they say, it's him, make it fly. Say, get back to the he got caught up with the bottom. He got like, he think at the bottom. They say, he don't go to the bottom. They say, they see, he don't come down no down. It's only for the they say the nigga that they crazy, he gon' put out his mouth. They say it's come to the end, but they go, but they say, it's all right, call the ludicrous. Oh, you don't need me. Like a good name, but stay on the bed. Thought thing in the air. We're going. Lovely home, by the way. Like the neighbor. Stay on the thing. Now, one crazy place. Yeah, let's play the bag. You know, this or that. It's really covered. How we get so be so fair. It's not trying to be sure. You be on some top shit, but I can like that schools. Ever see her too much on issues. I see red. Every time I see her on her pitch that she try to be fed, girl, I'm not listen. Especially how I'm kissing. Let's look. Why the fuck you keep on listening on me? Every time you like to finish it. Different on me. Ain't tell a nigga that we don't have to share. I ain't sure when I'm gonna sound like big curse both of us. Maybe we should talk about it later when we sober up. Maybe we should keep it going. Maybe we should let it go. But I think the wind was for the dinner, so I just let it flow. That's all the girls being for a couple hours. Figured out you like around sister, keep on 75. They got a young lady tell me what the fuck they talking about. I'm ready to love them, she ain't really no fucking cow. Last time we checked on back. We've been doing our thing for a while, but they don't know that. I've been my niggas no bad, you fix up that. I've been playing the cards, you come back. Start getting for a long time. I don't feel myself. I've been at school. Thinking out better. Really, I feel ain't no there. We ain't got to talk about it. Yeah, no, no, I mentioned my prayer if the road. Can't move out emotion and shit deep now. I got to control. I gotta owe it. Next shot, I hope I can break it down in double time and show you how you hold. Real shot back though. I know how to ball, I know everything, but I treat you like I'm all back. I got pretty strong. There's no foul. This can flip, make sure you know where from there. Do stuff. I gotta answer what I see. So if a little better when I ain't seen you.
Driving is what drives me. It's always felt like out here I can chase the rush, feel the adrenaline, live the joy of the time. But when the day winds down, it's back to replay, back to the daily drive. That's why I choose AAA auto insurance. With AAA, I earn discounts for driving responsibly. So I know wherever the road is, AAA is by Moose. Thank you. All right, Team Two. That's a little bit there.
Morning. I'm Alex Earl, and when my life moves this fast, I need a meal that's ready when I am. How was that? Perfect.
That's a wrap, people. Coming to move.
Available at Dunkin'.
I can't see.
Bring the pay, little bro. Where you at? Little bro. You my little bro.
School's out heading with 6 grams of protein.
This is good. So good.
The Jimenez family are having battery issues, but an AutoZoner helps them find the right Duralast battery. Don't miss the end of summer sale at AutoZone. AutoZone, AutoZone. Take was phone. What's the name? She was acting like a fan. She had to tell the word we had to, you know what I'm saying? I would tell the word, you know what I'm saying? You're the fucking, you know what I'm saying? Fan, bitch. Everybody else on the phone. Yeah, yeah. 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 Time be living on space time. To know it's freestyle. Say that bitch to kick rocks. Yeah. 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 5.99. It's 5.99. 5.99. Did I mention it's 5.99? 5.99 sandwich deal at Jimmy John's. We see how you hold your world together, how you're the good. We see how much you care, how you're a force in everything you do. Even if you can't sign the finish line, like you choose to follow through. You do. We see the caring part of her that's giving you an example of others look to. You can't help but yeah, yeah. They're scared to come out. Tell the kids that they need. Tell the boys stay out the way. Tell them ain't nobody safe when you come for the game. We gon' put it in their face.
Niggas know we stepping right in there. Niggas know we stepping. Like that. If it ain't no mercy, church up in my fuck the mama Marley. I said, ain't nobody. Push up on the underside. Put on my Jesus, please. Say there's a heaven for a world. I had to stand the kill. Do it for the bills. That's what it is. You need everything. So, yeah. I ain't praying for these baguettes. I'm praying for better days. I ain't praying for the new vet. Lord, protect me with this 10. I ain't praying for this particular. So, Father, this 10. Suspect to the victim. Straight from the way. I can even trust the record. All the money is over. Who can see the whole? It's one is in 40. So, would you look at me now? If you only come see me, then would you come see me now? See it. I just got a dicey 16. At a wrong day. I get 16. Like a virtual. I was going to need it. Young girl full of pain, you can't break down. Reminiscing dark days, make it oh, it's a right to say. Yeah. No, just your body, so bad. Even things that worry, keep me silent. Take care of the silence. And don't even quiet, even crying. Yeah. Sunlight, yeah. Sunlight, oh, yeah. Keep silent. You keep it crying.
At Farmers, we're making insurance simple and honest. No hiding behind fine print. Honesty. It's what you get when.
매운맛이 언제부터 챌린지가 됐지? 우리의 매운맛은 행복인데?
Es muy fácil de preparar. Para amigos que quieren intensificar.
As Red Friday Shin Ramen is hotter than ever. Now,
Travelers from all corners of the globe. They actually all share one thing in common.
Yes, my TNT. Nigga came from that game, but still ain't great. Life is called me the real carrot. So funny. Nigga came from the thing, but still they gon' hate you. Like live from small, me the real carrot. Just let them feel every day. You know, that bottom, get my tears. With this little expect. You don't have to pray for the days. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Damn, my bad, gang. I didn't even notice. I had it muted. I had the microphone muted. My bad, gang. You can hear me now, though.
And no disrespect to anybody, but and no disrespect to anybody, but Keefe D has to be some kind of mentally. Yeah, he's stupid. He dumb. But then again, like the book that he wrote, he a co-author. Right. So he could be like, you know what I'm saying? Wrote that. Because it's like, okay, you go on a year-long interview run to align yourself with this murder. Then when the interview stopped working, you write a book. Then when the book stopped working, you go to do a damn documentary. Like he's getting exactly what he asked for at this point in time. But you got he's the longest standing snitch of hip hop, and he ain't snitch on nobody but himself. And it's just like basically like, please come get me. But you got Reggie Wright that don't do KVD, that want justice for Tupac, but you don't want hook KVD up to start doing interviews and getting paid. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the crazy thing about it is if you go all the way back to the first Vlad interview that he did with Keefe D, I remember when I first watched that like Vlad clearly is basing his questions on the book that Keefe D wrote. And he says, you know, did you, like when he really starts to try to get him to talk about the details of killing Tupac, Keefe D kind of shuts down. He starts to reject it. He doesn't want to talk about it or whatever. And Vlad is very obviously being like, you wrote a book about it. Like at one point, Vlad starts reading from the book. They're using that. Yeah. They're using that portion. But that's funny that, like, even all the way back then, that KVD clearly had some misgivings about what might be to come from him writing about committing a murder of the most famous rapper of all time, which is pretty outrageous. Idiotic. Even back then, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, he knew that this might not be the best idea. Interviewing a dude, him telling all information from his book, right? And then you like reciting information out the book that's being used in this, and you are reporting on the trial that you interviewed the dude. Keith D asked for the be right now happy as because he finally got his goddamn like what he wish One Wish Foundation. That was his one wish to go down for Tupac's brother. In court out here, they say ignorance is no excuse of the law. He was ignorant of the law. He didn't know the difference between immunity and a proffer. You know what I'm saying? Immunity and what? Like a proffer agreement and immunity. You know what I mean? And he didn't understand that, and he went outside his proffer agreement. Which is still stupid because if you're lucky enough to get off of something that you had something to do that you could have went to jail for life, why the are you going on the media run? Hey man, listen, I'm gonna count my I won one, I got one in. Let me ride off into the sunset. I started a long okay, devil's advocate. Okay, we got one of the detectives that interviewed me uh during this proffer that was recorded. He retires and goes on to write a book about the whole shit. So me being Keefe, well, I don't think it's cool to write a book. He wrote a book about it. He's not breaking the law. Yeah, because he's the one who talks about the beautiful things within the legal terms. This guy's he's writing. Keep in mind, Craig Gady, like, how you say? Greg Canning or well, whatever he said. Yeah. He stole these files out of the evidence and wrote this book. He wasn't supposed to do that. But he still did not commit a crime. He is telling it. No, I feel you. But at the end of the day, why are you? If you were lucky enough to get off and get away scot free, get the away. Yeah. Why are you sitting there like, no, wait a minute, bring it back.
Cause you know, back when I was over there in Vegas, when we shot, they shut your dumb ass up and go be old. He saw him write a book and was like, "Oh hell nah!" He wrote a book about me doing something. I'm gonna write the book about me doing something. It's like, damn. Well, you got what he got everything he asked for. He misunderstood it. He didn't understand the assignment, bro. He thought he didn't understand.
But okay, do you think that we'll end up in situations where like the Chicago drill type guys will all of a sudden be like 50 years old and they're just gonna go on an interview and be like, "Yeah, I killed Little JoJo."
Probably.
With like, or that's like everybody kind of has their own little like pet theories about how that could have gone down or whatever. But
And they gonna get what they deserve.
there might, yeah, like you should never say that about yourself. As long as you're free and walking the earth. Like,
much. Yeah, I popped the nigga that been on this couch before. Yeah, he was on the interview.
That's not
Passing the bottle in general.
right. I agree. But you the one thing you up on is you kind of like gave like the idea that this was like happening regularly.
Much if we go on a drill today, right? Like hypothetically speaking, we go on a drill today, we gonna rob the corner store. All right, cool. Is you about to go on a pod and you happen to pop the guy behind it? You're not about to pod about that for the next 30 years and then cry when they come get your ass. You ain't like, come on, bro.
One thing I've learned though from all this is that they kind of do. Like it's very common to basically like commit extremely serious felonies.
He could have just
yourself out because that's like all the shit that they were doing in the whole OTF thing. I mean, they were like, I mean, just things that you would have thought.
30 years just saying, hey, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Like OJ, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't me. I didn't do it. You know, the glove didn't fit. Like, why would you go and implicate yourself? But that's it. If I did it.
Yeah.
This is it's different though because he bit it. Once you bit it, in the box,
Yeah.
you good.
But bro, Vlad and other people were trying to give OJ Simpson money to do interviews until the very end. OJ Simpson did do a Nelk Boys interview. And I remember when OJ was negotiating that interview, that basically he was trying to figure out how much money he could get. And Vlad was going to give him a higher dollar amount than he's ever given anybody ever.
As he should have.
But the idea was that you're going to be totally open and transparent about this. And he just ended up hitting him with the list of they didn't want to talk about. Vlad's like, I am absolutely not paying the most I've ever paid for an interview for this. And then you watch the Nelk Boys one, and I mean, granted, like, shout out to Kyle, but you would have a hard time finding like less qualified interviewers, you know. They don't really try that hard to dig into it, but they try a little tiny bit, but you know, at least OJ, you got to give it to him. OJ way smarter than Keefy D. He didn't bite the cheese when he had $100,000 or whatever like offered up in front of him. You know, he wrote the book, which Keefy D wrote the book, but then he didn't do the follow-up interviews to really cement it because a book, it's a lot easier to say like, I didn't write those words. I worked with a co-author. They wrote that.
But he's saying I didn't do it, but if I did it though.
Yeah,
it was if I did it.
Then imagine how much more convincing it would be if you played a Vlad TV clip of OJ talking about killing his ex-wife in front of the audience. Like that is so much more convincing than a book, which is like anybody could have really written these things. This could have been AI if it was written 10 years later, you know?
PVD should be in jail jumping for joy because that's what he's asked for 20 years. Nah, man. He is Miss Johnson. He didn't understand. He didn't understand. Well, you know what I'm saying? And that takes nothing away from the fact that was the most idiotic thing for me. It doesn't excuse the ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Bro, are you gonna snitch on yourself? You just said snitching is like homosexuality, right? We ain't so why the f is this man snitching on himself for 20, 30 years? On an unsolvable case.
Yeah.
He's work for him. An unsolvable case. Not homosexuality. Snitching on other people. No. If you get yourself off, that's on you. Right. That's on you. Okay. Snitching on other people, that's homosexual. Keeping himself off. That's for sure. Yeah, for sure. OJ lost the civil case too. So they get free Keefy D for me. You know, Keefy D did not want to be free. The fact that OJ still kept his mouth. I mean, he lost a civil case, but he didn't pay shit. He moved to Atlanta. I mean, moved to Florida, bought a house. Like they couldn't take that. You know what I'm saying? What did they take? They took his They took these trophies. They took his trophies. They took off his accessories. No, he got booked for them trophies. That's what he went to pen for. Remember, he tried to steal them back. Yeah, I'm talking about civilly. He did some shit like because Florida they laws different. Well, like the courts couldn't take that. He sold something, boom, bought some property in Florida or some. They couldn't do that. Like he did some smart. What was that film? I gotta Google it. How I go like with Miami? I just know OJ didn't snitch on himself like he did. Yeah, because I mean, y'all remember the interview where he came out the door with the knife and was like, he did that. OJ. Oh, really? He's like, I got something special to show you to the reporter. And she followed him to his room and she knocked on his room. And when she opened the door, he had a big ass butcher knife and was like, like this dude. Hey, I want to know what Arnell Simpson looked like now.
Who's Arnell Simpson?
Oh, she was around back in the days, like Pac and shit. That's OJ Simpson, OJ Simpson daughter. You don't know about her?
No. Whole work, but his daughter?
Yeah, OJ Simpson daughter. Her name Arnell Simpson. But I want to know how she looked these days. Today, she looked good back in the day. Is she vintage? No, yeah, she was straight back then.
Make this the summer sales event is here. This July, find the perfect vehicle for your summer adventures with great offers, big savings, and deals you don't want to miss. Stop by or call today.
Yo, it's me, Alan G. Has been gone for 20 years, chilling. And in that time, the world went to crap. It was COVID and wars and Ed Sheeran. It's gonna get back on top with a brand new team called The Documentary. For the first time, I think this is filmed with real people, not actors. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. Oh. I think yeah, he let the cameras follow me everywhere. Nothing was off limits. You think she's preggers? Can you please just tell her that it's probably wind or big pool? You don't think she's pregnant?
It's positive.
Make this the summer sales event is here. This July, find the perfect vehicle for your summer adventures with great offers, big savings, and deals you don't want to miss. Stop by or call today.
Either they move him or he's gonna off himself, right? We're gonna, and so we gotta be very aware of mental health and things of that nature. Because if if you're just setting this guy up to just get ragged on and banged on and hit on and bruised, like you don't know what he's gonna do when he gets home. So what happens with that? Does leadership step in? Yeah, for sure. Leadership steps in or whatever, and usually tries to move the person or whatever to a more acceptable space or whatever. It doesn't sound like he plays well with others. He doesn't work well with others. You probably need to find more of his type of individuals or more of his type of vibe and his tribe. Hey, bro, those jumpers more like the carpool lane. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know. Like for like if you like thin skin, it's probably at the place for you. Yeah. You know what I mean? You might have a whack that'll attack you for no reason one day, or you know what I'm saying? Somebody come in with some jokes and want to bag on or whatever. Right. But if you like super soft, sensitive type,
he just gives us material constantly to work on. Like to work from. I mean, maybe that's a good thing. It just never runs out. It's just a constant flow.
It's like a humiliation ritual. Like,
yeah.
But it's not continuous. That's the thing. Like, it's not like a setup humiliation ritual. It's like I compare them to Eeyore. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, dude, I don't know. Is this an act that you're just trying to be nice and you're scared about what's going to come out of you if you just be who you are? Like, just, I don't know.
But here's the thing. When he's saying, so Adam, you're saying you really ain't seen no good podcasting out of me in the last however many months or whatever. And it's like, I'm clearly like struggling to like think of anything that I could like really say anything positive about. And I'm thinking about like what the equivalent of this would be. Like, let's say that I went to the studio to link up with a rapper that I thought I was cool with. And the rapper and all his homies are just cooking me. I'm just the butt of the joke all night. Like, they just make fun of me, and I'll probably be out of there within an hour. For sure. I'm not gonna just like stick around. And then I'll probably like maybe I'll like tell you guys, like maybe I'll tell like one or two people that I know just to be like, bro, this is crazy. Like I couldn't believe they treated me like that. But like I'm not gonna keep going back, like, for more. But that's the weird thing with him is that it's like seemingly there's like no limit to how much that he'll take, because I mean, I think he really wants to be a podcaster. You know, he like really, it means a lot to him. Like even just winning that competition, actually, like I have this memory of like when I announced him as the winner and we made it all dramatic and we're like, you know, you're eliminated and you're eliminated. And then it's like down to 2. And then finally I go, Doughboy. The look of elation in his eyes almost kind of was like the initial tip off of like, oh, because like you shouldn't be that happy. Like it's pretty cool. Like you've been doing this for like 2 days, but it's like the way that he just exhaled and it was like it clearly just meant so much. I was like, oh, that might be a problem.
Hey,
Like,
keep it real. It's the help me out camaraderie. He like being a part of something.
Right. No,
because he says he don't really got any other group chat besides us, which was kind of shocking.
He got
Yeah,
he
that
got,
was very shocking.
he got no jumper tatty. He got water now tatty. Like so he like the, you know what I'm saying?
So he was on Wild 'N Out.
If it was a misbehaved kid,
he's gonna be on next season.
he would have joined the gang for sure.
Yeah.
You said what happened?
Yeah, but they ain't about to play with me like that. God damn it, I've been to get kicked off the show. I couldn't. He's lacking some form of masculinity.
And he's always wanting to be judged. You know what I mean? Like
He
even
seeks approval of others.
his like the judging of his podcast skills. Adam just obliterated him, right? Then he's like, well, how about my comedy stand-up skills? Can we put it on there and you can judge it?
Right.
And Adam, well, you're better at comedy than potting.
Wow.
And
But he told him true.
But then he still wants him to do a read of his script. Like, please read. Like, he keeps wanting him to judge him.
But the thing about podcast versus comedy is that podcasting is so off the cuff. You can't like plan out material really. Like if you're interviewing somebody, you can kind of like script out the whole thing, sort of. But like comedy, by definition, even the person who's like the worst at comedy understands that you need to sit down for a couple hours and like really try to cook up some jokes and plot this out. And I feel like that has got to be easier than podcasting on average. Not saying that comedy's easy, but it's like at least you've got this process by which you can, you know,
prepare,
do research online, try to like, you know, work with the AI or whatever kind of tool maybe to like find some funny concepts, refine the material, you work on it over and over and over. But I mean, podcasting is just like you're gonna say some wild to me in this episode, and I just got to figure out what I want to say in response, and that's pretty tough.
Comedy, you gotta have your timing.
Yeah,
you gotta have crowd control. You know what I mean? Like, I think comedy might be a little bit. I mean, depending on what
like freestyle versus writing the song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you might be really good at writing a song, but horrible at freestyle are really good at freestyling and whack at writing.
Hey, Doughboy, this camera's at me. Hey, brother, stand up for yourself. Okay, you're a king by some standards. Stand up for yourself and stop letting people hoe you. Because the moment that people smell up, they're going to treat you like that for the rest of your life. And all you have to do to change that narrative is the next time that somebody tries to hoe you, get the blade.
Don't, not literally.
I would say stand up for yourself in a way that denotes a king and a masculine man. And I think your arc will change. But stand up for yourself, bro. Okay? For sure.
Adam just ain't a bad guy like that. Where he just think like he's not gonna just like throw him to the streets. He sees something originally in him that he's trying to see come out.
But you know what? And the thing is, if this means that much to him, which is amazing, if you take it away from him, now that might be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if like this is his togetherness in his mind, it seems like this is his tribe. Cool. But if you take him out of the goddamn group chat, oh my gosh, I don't know if he, you know, because he seemed like he'll probably take it pretty hard. So it sounds Doughboy, stand up for your your group chat depends on it. You either stand up and get out the group chat, bro.
I look, if Adam pulled up Rio's spotty face in the back and put up to his, I get in the car. Hey, look, we gotta go put it down on back on Fig, go air this shit out, or they gonna close the building down forever.
Right.
I think he'd be down. All right, man.
But then I think he would go tell the cops right away.
Huh?
I think he would go tell the cops right after.
Nah. Oh yeah.
I think he would be down, but then he would rethink it and be like, I can't go.
That wasn't nice.
It wasn't nice when Snack got a headshot.
What they call it, a head tap? That wasn't nice.
Oh,
man, he'd be all right. You
Stand up for yourself, brother.
I think
You're
the turnaround is about to happen.
or you ain't gonna keep out the group chat. One or the other.
If you can't swim, you're gonna drown, bro, or
No, for
doggy
sure.
paddle.
He survived yesterday's onslaught. It can't be no worse than that. You know what I mean? Like yesterday, all three of us were kind of going in. He survived it with a smile on his face, and he's still trying to put in the work. I think it'd be all right.
2.5. You like not really Moose. Moose was like Moose is real sympathetic these days. But you know what I think? I think you just need to monologue and do content by itself, or him just one-on-one with somebody else. Honestly.
He needs to find his tribe. I mean, there's a market for everything. It sounds like maybe you got a weirdo pod coming, or
Well, that's just why like the 24-hour pod thing that he's so insistent about doing. Like even he says he wants to do it like a couple times a month or whatever. And I'm just like, you shouldn't be trying to do like endurance podding when you seem like you have yet to like give us a good 20 minutes.
It's important to hire Levin and Albanian who actually have a track record of obtaining multi-million dollar results. At Levin and Albanian, if we do not maintain justice, justice will not maintain us.
Current owners and lessees of an electric vehicle get this exceptional lease offer on this 2027 Cadillac Optic luxury vehicle shown.
In Broncos, you can get medieval on a trash can. Here, that's just vandalism. Littering. In Brawl Stars, you can be a katana-wielding sushi chef. In the real world, you can be a sushi chef or you can wield a katana, but not both at the same time. In Brawl Stars, you can throw a cactus at someone's face. In the real world, that's frowned upon. In Brawl Stars, smells are considered threatening. In the real world, not so much. In Brawl Stars, hot dogs have magical healing powers. In real life, hot dogs heal nothing. In Brawl Stars, you can disappear when you need to. In the real world, you only wish you could. Brawl Stars, download for free today.
Hey, bro, you want to stay in the group chat, man? Hey, swing on the next ball. They lock their ass, clam.
I'll tell you what, I'm constructive criticism.
Hey, man.
Nobody do like
Definitely don't condemn violence, but man, hey, listen, bro, a motherfucker came in this and
Jiggle
jiggle your titty. One, okay, I'm a big jiggle my titty. I'm gonna jiggle something on his ass, and it ain't gonna be sexual. Fuck, you dig what I'm saying? One, two, done your birthday cake up on your birthday? On your birthday stream.
Yeah, my birthday.
Hey, listen, boy, slap this out his ass and take whatever kind of ass whooping he give you, but at least you stood up like a man. Point blank period. If you can win, you win. You win some, you lose some. And at the end of the day, he'll respect you more because you at least got up and slapped him one good time.
Right.
But also good hoodie and you good.
But
You can't that I smacked you. Okay, you beat this out of me.
Doughboy is the kind of person where we need to like actively not put people like Kyle around him because he's just too fragile.
Hey man, well, we should bring Kyle back, bro. We should give him another chance, bro.
No, he's done.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you why, bro. When you enter no jumper, don't nobody give you no do's and don'ts. You know what I mean? Like and then when you watch it, you see so much go on, you might think it's lawless, but it ain't.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But you might see suspect hop up with the knife.
Right.
You feel me? You might see a suspect get knocked across the room, or you know what I'm saying? You might see
somebody chase somebody. Flacco chase MJTV.
Flacco chase MJTV or Whack scared the shit out of Moose Man. Or talking this past the prison. Don't that homie on power room. I did 50 years. Like, so they might think like,
My thing is that I do think that like one violent incident is something that maybe you could kind of like tolerate and like move on from. But Kyle has like 3. He jiggled the boob gate.
That's not violent.
I mean, it's sexual assault, which is kind of weird of a dude.
Yeah.
And then he threw the cake on the ground, and then he attacked him with the table, and then he attacked him with the bowling tray.
Anything to him to
No, nothing. And get this, Kyle's not on the podcast anymore. He's done. Doughboy gets on his stream and basically like tells him that he wants him to keep his job, tells him that he's going to talk to me and try to convince me to let him. Why am I calling him a job? So he actually has a job here. But like either way, it was just like, damn, bro, like I had to stand up for you and say that this dude's not allowed back here, and then you weren't even down to stand up for yourself. You had to go and like run it back and make it look like it was all my fault, even though Doughboy, in fact, when I said that he was banned from the platform, Doughboy double taps the message. Thank you, Adam. That means a lot to me. He goes back on that like 24 hours later.
Right. Go.
That just destroy you. It's like, what the, like, it's like standing up for your sister, beating up her boyfriend because it's a piece of, and then like a week later,
She go right back.
She right back.
Yeah.
In.
Exactly.
Don't call me no more to get that motherfucker.
Ever.
Yeah.
Call
Don't ever ask me to help you out again.
Ever again.
For sure.
Back with this loser.
So and that's what you want. Okay, hey man, if he might, maybe he's into it. Maybe he's into it.
Hey man, I maybe Doughboy, man, instead of because I don't think Adam ever gonna let him go. I think Adam enjoy maybe
like it kind of
inspiring.
Different. It's like that you actually do like Doughboy, but you don't like Kyle. You know what I mean? Like you just
he like Doughboy. He don't like his potting. His potting.
He like it as a person. Don't like it.
But I hung out with Doughboy in real life. He's like cool to hang out with. But then when you have to like really like look him in his face and talk to him on the pod, it's kind of different.
But you get a kick out of him.
Yeah.
Obvious, you be getting a kick out of him. Like, it's like you thought that shirt was tight. Like he's like, weird. Like who wears that? I'm like, this nigga Adam is older.
His clothes are almost as bad as like everything else, bro. Like his clothes are.
Hit me up,
soft.
bro. Some big graffiti, you know what I mean?
You believe that I believe that you got late last night? You're playing on your mind.
Oh shit!
And he be on him. Hey, but I don't know, man. If I was him, I'd just monologue. I'd do, you know what I'm saying? I'll talk to the camera on my own. I'll holler at my chat. I'll do my mental health content, and I'll be hollering at or you know what I'm saying? Have Kyle pull up, holler at Kyle, have Munchie pull up. I'll pull up on him, do some content with him.
It'd be damn if I met that motherfucker that threw my birthday cake pull up.
Like that's advice for everybody. Like if you are a podcast, you should be doing some kind of like live streaming, talking to some solo in general on your own.
Most definitely. I mean,
You know
if he's getting hold at work, he should definitely go home and pod about how he felt when the cake hit his face.
Because he's got sympathizers. He's got some
Right.
sympathizers. Like he's got people that
I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him. You know, I don't know how long I'm going to feel sorry for him. Because the more and more this story comes out, it seems like you can't help nobody that want to help himself.
And this is my thing is that if you want to like solo pod, I feel like you need to have an extremely strong sense of self. To like when I watch like Tim Dillon sit there by himself, Tasha K,
Right.
all these different people, even like a Candace Owens, who are able to sit there and just run their monologue for an hour or two at a time without anybody else to bounce off of, without like, oh, I'm gonna let you talk for 2 minutes so I can think about the thing that I'm gonna say next or whatever. I mean, I think that's like the hardest form of content creation. And you know, a lot of us do it to some extent, but like to be truly great at it is just really hard. And when I look at Doughboy, it's like, I mean, Doughboy like sitting by himself for 2 hours and like managing to keep it going. I don't know. It's just like kind of like I don't know if he's like ready for that task. Because like that and okay, that's the thing about yesterday too is that it's like we basically talked about Doughboy for like over an hour, and then we did like 2 more hours after that. And he like barely talked in the last 2 hours because like, but meanwhile the conversation was really good. We were all like really going back and forth, like having like really intense combos, and it felt like he wasn't able to like find where he fit into these conversations, which is not a great sign when like the podcast seems like it's going its best when you kind of like just get pushed out of it.
Why go commercial when you can have all the comforts of private? The Infinity QX80. Take luxury to new heights in the Infinity QX80 at your local Infinity retailer.
Dad, what's with the parrot? It's to remind everyone that Citizen will beat anyone's advertised price for your mattress is free. It's Citizen's Labor Day sale. Save up to $1,400 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable set. Plus, get a Tempur-Pedic for only $56 a month with 0% financing. Can you say anything besides free? All right. think you'll beat anyone's advertised price for your mattress is free.
Ron Butter, welcome back, man. How's it going?
It's all good. It's good to be back, bro.
Yeah, man. You know, our last interview did some pretty crazy numbers. I think we shocked the internet a lot. You know, feedback was pretty great. It was pretty dope. You know, the fans love your take on things. I'm glad we can run it back.
You know, see, honestly, I enjoy the time out. You know what I'm saying? I like to come out. You know what I'm saying? It's always a good vibe, something positive going on when I hear you. You know.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, you know, I thought we'd start off with probably the biggest news that happened since last time we did an interview, man. The interview wasn't that long ago, but so much has happened since our last interview, man. And you know, that's you know, rest in peace, FBG Cash, man. You know, what did you think when you heard about everything?
Like, I ain't gonna lie. When I heard that shit, it was like it was a fucked up it was a fucked up thing, you know, especially with me and Cash squashing our beef and you know what I'm saying, putting all the differences to the side not too long ago, right before it happened. So, you know, it definitely it hit different, you know. It just show you like life short and shit like that.
Yeah, man, that was real shit. You know, I got to interview him a few months before he passed away. You know, it really dope interview. He had a you know big future ahead of him. You know, he was just actually you know just really starting to take off music.
Started to get him old.
Yeah, man. You know,
he picked up where the bully left off at. Bro, he was getting him old. Definitely. Sure.
How'd you hear about Cash passing?
You know, all our family real close, you know. My mom, his dad, you know, we all grew up together. Years. Like we got all our family, we all grew up over 15 years together, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that shit it spread throughout our inner crowd fast.
Yeah. Were you surprised when it happened at like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, or something?
If you know Cash, oh bro, you know that's Cash. Cash, he a groovy.
These niggas know.
That basically have the option to, you know, pretty much like do a lot more digging into the prosecution's witnesses who would have been presented, you know, around the same time. All right. We were hearing talk of 35 witnesses. They're trying to trim it down by 10. Obviously, we've heard specifically the detective who was going to be introduced. So this is kind of an L for Dirk and his team who are really trying to keep this stuff a secret to the very last second. That's the case. The prosecutors are blocked from doing any additional research into this until the opening statements have been completed. So the other thing that's big that a lot of people are talking about is this ruling on all of the evidence. And once again, as I told you, okay, the judge says what he's going to do before he does it. He's saying, look, you can assume I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Let me give you my opinion on this. All right. I'm going to let you guys argue it out. Cool. You've not convinced me. You'll see what I rule, but you get the gist. So you know, literally, look, bro, like being in the courtroom, you know what's going to happen. Okay, so not all of this is a surprise, but there are some interesting tidbits of information that are going around from these filings that have been made. So this is basically the rulings on all of the evidence, and this is really interesting. So I'll read you through all of the evidence and how the court ruled on it. So there's going to be a 911 call from August the 19th, 2022 by an unknown witness of the shooting, and essentially that's going to be admitted. This is the Lil Pab shooting. Somebody called it. Somebody saw it and called it in and said what they thought happened. There's going to be an excerpt of the LA Sheriff's Department's body camera footage from the crime scene. This is admitted with excerpts as excerpted per the government's proposal at the hearing. I believe that there's some of that body camera footage that isn't going to be included. It's not relevant. They go on to say additional excerpts of the body camera footage from the crime scene. They said moot as to videos. They're going to admit non-graphic screenshots, so the actual videos of this particular situations. If they said it moot, basically, but they were going to admit as non-graphic screenshots. TMZ footage of Quando Rondo's reaction. This is the no footage where you can actually see Pab's body because I've seen it. Oh, that's admitted. That's really bad. So they asked for full autopsy photos of Lil Pab, and as I said previously, yes, the ruling hadn't been made, but the judge said exactly what he was going to do. They said, look, let's not be gratuitous about this. Okay, third photo only. You can have that photo. Let's not just go crazy with all of the photos and just do. Let's not overdo it with these horrific photos. Yes, wow. So Survivor Robinson's autopsy report that said moot, and I think so. I'm just getting a little bit confused by this because this says moot, and obviously, like when a court rules the issue is moot, it means like it's already been resolved. So any kind of ruling like doesn't make a difference. I don't know if that means that the one photo of the autopsy is going to make it very clear. I don't know if it means the medical examiner's testimony is going to make it clear. They're basically saying that it's not relevant at this point. And they said, okay, so the excerpt of messages between Dirk, co-conspirator number 3, and a screenshot of Instagram post. So I believe this, and this is admitted. I can't remember exactly which one this was. I just flipped through my notes. I didn't have a specific note that I can find easily. Obviously, you can't control F on my handwritten notes here, but obviously this is an incriminating photo. I don't know whether this is the one of somebody sending Dirk, a post about Quando screaming or something else. But anyway, this is interesting. It said excerpts of messages between Banks and CC5 RE Breezy interview. Now that's interesting. I don't know exactly what that means, who that is. I believe CC5 people are saying that is. I've heard people saying that that's Booney Mo. A Breezy interview. I don't know if that's the 600 Breezy interview, and I believe there is a clip going around of 600 Breezy. I don't know what clip they're talking about from 600 Breezy. I need to be able to pull up a second screen. 1 second, let me see something. I'm gonna pull up a second screen so I can search shit. Yeah, there's a lot of players involved in this one, y'all. It's a lot of players involved in this shit, man. Don't do motherfucking crime, y'all, because look at this shit. I know he probably thought none of these niggas finna snitch on me, not my niggas. That's how it always go. Not my niggas. They would never. That's how it always go. Let's see something real quick. Let's see something. There's that link right there. Let me see that right there. Let me see something like this. See something. What's it saying you and Dirk? How come y'all never click? Because I'm a man. I would make it around me. It's niggas. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you really need the niggas around me that was like him. On the real shit, stop listening. Even if people understand me great, like me, his realest niggas he got into it with. Like, Wolf just came back around. And then Wolf was into it for years. Wolf, real Wolf. I was Wolf really from 59 for real. And from 6217, he lived on 59. That's my real thing. And really had no personal issues with the nigga to we should be into it. And yeah, like, it's just,
I don't agree with a lot of shit he did dealing with my block. I feel like he's playing us like a lot of situations. You stated that whether you like me or not, I'm the only niggas from my side that did this shit without a OTF or a GBE stamp. No features, nothing. Just me and 600. I didn't get or need the help.
He has Drew Finley representing him once again. Someone who represented you, who I know. So he's got the best lawyer you can get.
Yeah.
And I mean, this guy's serious. So if anyone could beat the case, and look, I think it's going to be hard to completely. Well, this is what I said, because I need to stay consistent in what I've been saying. What I've always said was he'll be okay unless all those other guys turn against him and say that he did it. That's going to be where the problems seriously start. If all those co-conspirators that are being charged, if they all say, Lil Durk put us up to this, whether it's true or not, he's going to have a big problem on his hands.
And two of them are saying he did it. Two of them are saying he did.
They're the actual, like, the shooters is not gray area. They know who they are. Like, I went through the paperwork. It's like they flew in, they stayed at this hotel. One of them went to this big 5 sporting goods. He was in a car that was tracked by GPS because it was a rental. He bought these ski masks. He got these guns. They met up at this In-N-Out Burger afterwards. They all flew back. Like, the shooters, they're not getting off. So the question is, are they going to cooperate to avoid life sentences?
I mean, everybody's going, they going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're probably the only one that can walk away.
Hey, here's Drew Finley.
Okay. Let's see something. And I know Jam personally, like, ain't no way Jam's told. Ain't no way Jam's going to tell. So that one says moot, and I don't actually know exactly what the discussion of that was. Actually, no, I've just found that so number 116, that was the
That's crazy, man.
That showed messages between Dirk and a co-conspirator. They said it was improper character evidence. It puts him in bad light as a killer.
They been me throwing these niggas some cold plea deals, man. Probably like, look, we got you niggas. We got all you niggas, the shooters. We got y'all. Listen, we'll work with you. We'll take some time off, nigga. We need the big fish. What can you give us on Dirk, man? That's who we want. Fuck y'all. Y'all small fish in this motherfucker. We need the big dog. And the nigga's like, all right, fuck it, man. Shit. Fuck it. Matter of fact, I want to pull up this video. This shit is crazy. I'll pull up it after this. Let's keep watching this. But it's one OTF niggas that Lil Durk co-signed as a shooter in one of his songs. And they got this nigga all on camera crying, being taken to jail. Like, I'll tell you whatever you need to know. I'll tell you whatever I'm like, oh, these niggas is hoes.
I don't know if that was, they're saying Von's not available to testify, but it was admitted. And the prosecutor said this was an exhibit showing intent. Somebody texted co-conspirator 3 and said Von would have been out in the streets looking for revenge. So I believe that's a message, a back and forth. If that's right, if that's 116, that basically would apparently be a message. Basically, it would be a message where Dirk says, if the shoe was on the other foot, Von would have slipped for me, apparently. So they didn't talk about 1617 in court. So obviously, the 120, oh, no way.
Social media.
Ain't gonna lie. This says 120 social media depicting the Quando Rondo challenge. That will be admitted. Now, don't tell me it was the they about to bring up Famous Richard in this bitch, bro. I didn't know they was gonna do that. That's crazy. Bro, this is crazy. If you know the case well, you'll know this, right? I'm gonna just start pulling up things that I know are in this thing, okay? This is the first, they didn't mention this in court. Social media video depicting the Quando Rondo challenge. This is Famous Richard. They took the audio of what happened to Quando and reenacted it. They're gonna show this in court for the pressure to slide to Von.
Sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV. This man, a passenger in that car, frantic, out of sight. It all started.
I don't know if they're going to play the whole song.
Rondo challenge.
When Famous Richard talking about, no, he had a whole t-shirt saying, no, this is bad. All right, this is bad. Just like the Flacco thumbnail says here, this is bad. Lil Durk can't be the stupid he can be. Famous Richard, and that's crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. That's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Based on like what all the shit that's been going around, the information, Lil Durk was a sloppy motherfucker, bro.
He was moving hella sloppy, man. He was moving hella sloppy. He was saying wild shit via text message. You know what I'm saying? You got your own boy OTF Jam talking about pulling you to the side and what y'all said, y'all private discussions. And people was already saying he was a snitch or he was gonna snitch on Dirt. And come to find out he is. People was already saying he was a snitch though. He's snitching on that nigga for sure. And here we go. Trial about to start on Monday. 2 of your homies done rolled. Nigga, what all have they told that's dealing with this Lil Pop and all these situations, Quano Ronalds, what all have they told them niggas? Probably everything. Probably done told everything.
So I think this is going to be the Breezy interview. It says 600 Breezy. I know Jam, if he was going to snitch, he would have done it a long time ago. So I think they're going to include this Vlad clip.
Right. You don't think this is enough? Somebody dying? No. I'm still alive. I'm dead. He pulled the trigger. Pop is dead. No, who the fuck is that? Like, that's too bad. She's a woman. Yeah, that's too bad. Confused. At first, it was like, Jam. Jam, I don't think Jam. If Jam was gonna snitch, he'd have been snitched on a lot of shit a long time ago. Jam's done a lot of time in jail. Like Jam, real nigga. Like I tip my hat to him. I ain't never seen Jam do no bitch ass shit. So when they started saying his name, I was the first nigga probably like, I don't believe that. I gotta see proof. Everybody out that thing, y'all say like y'all saying Jam the one that's just going, no, I don't see that. I don't see that. How you feel now? How do you feel now, brother? Because shit, he a real street nigga. Like, and he had plenty of chances to snitch on niggas for a lot of other shit if that was the case. He wasn't. I don't think Jam got nothing to do with that shit. I think they just it's the internet. They threw his name and that shit like that because why? His
So unfortunately, that's not true, right? But they're saying that basically Dirk was having a conversation with Booney Mo about that clip, right? There's excerpts of messages between Dirk and someone else, RE Country, Transport in Pikes. Now, I thought anyway, they're going to include the surveillance footage of King Von getting killed. That's admitted. The Redman music video is admitted. Screenshot from $1 million worth of game where Dirk had all of that money.
Damn. They fucking using everything. They let these niggas throw everything in this movie.
Admitted, right? Even though that really was for the Stefan Mac mode, but I guess they're keeping using it. Now, this is interesting. They've excluded the video taken during the podcasting filming that featured multiple individuals with firearms. That would have been $1 million worth of game. They're basically saying the video is not necessary. The photograph of Dirk there with all the money is fine. Showing all the firearms is too much. So they said compilation of photographs of firearms seized from participating witness number 2's iCloud account.
These niggas taking pictures of all the guns. Fucking God. How the fuck you niggas out here committing crime and taking pictures of the guns y'all doing crimes with and just having them in your iCloud in your phone? Golly, bro. What the fuck? Idiots, man.
I believe they're confirming that PW2 is Vonnie, and there's going to be like a later clip that proves that's Vonnie. So that's Vonnie showing firearms on his iCloud. Compilation of photos of Vonnie and Dirk together from his iCloud. Screenshot of King Von wearing the OTF and O blockchains in Von's Welcome to My Neighborhood video. So they're saying that these photographs of Dirk and Vonnie is moot. It's not needed because it's kind of established. So they're going to allow Von showing the chains off. They said it's moot to have the Threats to Everybody music video, the photograph of Wilson wearing the OTF chain. I think that's going to be demonstrated elsewhere. Photograph of Dirk, Dee and others with cash. That's admitted. I believe that's going to be the photo where Jam and Booney Mo are also in it. It says a video of Banks and others during the filming of Piss Me Off is allowed. Video of Banks, Von, and PW2, which now we know is definitely Vonnie. This is kind of a little graphic for you guys here, just to make it very, very obvious. So, yeah, PW2, Vonnie, this is the photo.
Damn, got him. Participating witness, man. Damn, OTF Vonnie done went outside, bro. OTF Vonnie, OTF Jam. Participating witness 1 is OTF Jam, they're saying. Participating witness 2 is OTF Vonnie. You know, oh man. That's a terrible feeling, man.
It's going to be apparently used. or the whole video that's going to be used, but that is the moment that they're talking about. So basically, photo of Dirk, Didi, and others with money, that's admitted, that's all admitted. So these three were moot. It said photo of Dirk with cash, not relevant. Video excerpt from IG Live depicting Dirk with others. Now I'm curious to know which one that would have been. 162, a video that Didi took of himself inside a car, that's moot. So this says admit as redacted or substituted as stated in the hearing. So this is a video of AC Houston and Dirk's brother D-Thang with text overlaid. They're basically going to redact the text and allow that. Because it shows the connection, even though he was a GD to Dirk's brother, even though you're not allowed to talk about GDs, you get the gist. So there was an IG Live taken by Didi. They said admit as to Wilson only with limiting instructions. I believe that is the one where Didi's talking about he the murder man. Oh, wow. So I've just found this. Okay. Cue the blogs all posting this one. Okay. But basically, this is the video. This is OTF Didi Live when people asking him about being a murder man. And this, right, this has been admitted, right? September the 24th, 2022. Right, look at the date. Boom, the feds are on the IG Lives.
Show me how you really feel. Yo. Squat on your ass. I'm gonna spank your ass like fucking Arrowboy kids. Where they at? They talking about Didi a murder man. For sure that. Oh. Somebody
For sure that.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? The comment.
Maybe trying to find a little smallest shit, man. A little comment. Didi the murder man, for sure that. We need to use this in court. Something so simple.
About being a murder man. They said Didi and murder man. They didn't say Didi is a murder man. So he said, yeah, you know what? Why don't I just say I'm a murder man for sure?
I'm gonna spank your ass like fucking Arrowboy kids. Where they at? It's about Didi a murder man. For sure that. Cool. Somebody roll up with me, man.
It's a month after the murder.
No goofy shit. Go ahead and troll somebody else, clown. Straight up. Baby threat, how you coming? They said what baby threat. A lot of them out here, but
Oh, wait, the baby threat nigga, hold on. All right, wait for this. Okay, so this is baby threat. This is who I was talking about. I gotta find this IG video. Hold on, I'm gonna find this IG video. This is baby threat. Let's see. Let's let this clip finish right here, and then I'm gonna react to this baby threat real quick, and then we come back to Trapper Room.
a lot of them out here, but they come. Baby threat, man. Fuck you, coming. How y'all coming, man? How y'all coming? Y'all want me? How y'all? Who y'all looking for? Y'all looking for me? Y'all on. You know, yeah, we on that same block we always be on. Every day. Every day. We out here every day. Every day. Every day.
Y'all new to us every day. Hold on, now watch this. This is about to fuck y'all heads up, man. This is about to fuck y'all heads up. Ain't nothing new to us every day. Okay, for sure. Baby threat. Baby threat. Let's find this video. Shit out.
Baby, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get up close and see this big boy.
Baby threat. Now here's baby threat.
Milk.
That nigga's crying, y'all. This is baby threat. He's crying. Now listen to what he say to this nigga.
And I'm still finishing, bitch. I'm my niggas still killing. Hey, I ain't trying to talk pretty about no move. Word, I swear to God, I tell you about the words. It's my stuff. I tell you about everything. I tell you, I go to these. You got what I'm saying? No way you can tell.
And this is the harsh reality of what these YNs really do when they get locked up, man. They be tough on these music videos. They be tough on the streets, you know what I'm saying, with them guns. But as soon as they get locked up, this is what happens, man.
Man, what?
I'm going to jail.
I had to prep talk with him.
That nigga said, I'm going to jail. That's crazy. Well, that's Baby Threat. That's the introduction of Baby Threat, if y'all don't know what Baby Threat is.
What you keep saying? Every day, man. Every day. What day do you get? Every day. Talk to him. Pull up. All gang members tap in, man. We out here. What's up?
All gang members tap in. We're out here. Okay.
Gang members, all of them pop up.
All gang members are not to pop on.
Just come out.
Why the fuck y'all still ain't send that low, man? Why the fuck y'all still fitting, man? Because we in the Tuesday motherfucking day, and niggas know that
This shit fucking cancer. This shit give out real smoke.
yeah.
Okay. Listen on the net, man. He trying to get entertainment over. Hey, left off he had changes on. Change let's me on the danger up. We never take on bang with us. Hey, Breezy, what you on, Breezy? Again, that Breezy, what you on? In the hood, that's what you on. Pull up.
Yeah, so that's not a great look. That's not a great look. I'm surprised that that's actually, I've never seen that one before, so that's very bad. Again, that's what I'm saying when I'm saying that the feds, they got more than me. They know more of what's going on than me, and I'll be doing my homework. So a photo of Didi from IG is going to be allowed. Excerpt of Dirk's interview with DJ Academics. Ari snitches and rats. He hates rats. All right.
Okay. See, they grabbing all this shit from these goddamn podcasts. These sit downs with these podcasts, man. All these trials now when it comes to these entertainers, man, they gonna grab all that shit you just said on the microphones and use that shit against your ass. Be careful what you say on these mics, man. I just had to tell my boy Smack that today, man. Smack was, listen, man, be careful what you say on these mics, man. They using everything, bro.
That's allowed. Dirk interview with Academics where he talks about Youngboy and Von. Allowed. Excerpt from the same one talking about the slide for Von. Comments allowed. Talking about him never giving his address out is allowed. Podcast excerpt of Archie 6ix9ine commenting on Von. That's the Whack 100 one, 170 allowed. Photograph of Vonnie with Von allowed. Screenshot of music video for Didi's Block is Hot allowed. All right. Screenshot of music video for Didi's Seen It All excluded. All right. Too many songs. Screenshot of videos for Jam's Federal Freestyle. Right. If you needed more info, like, look, it's obviously Jam, right? Jam's Federal.
Participating witness is OTF Jam. Federal Freestyle, that was his solo song on that compilation album. That was his solo record, man. OTF Jam is officially a rap. He's a rap. He's participating.
Federal Freestyle. This is PW1's his freestyle. All right. Screenshots from Dirk's cell phone allowed. Excerpt of Didi. This is so ridiculous. Didi said, Quando Rondo, where your pipe was at, gang. I don't know what post this was on, but he added Quando Rondo when he was allegedly one of the shooters. That's insane. So that's admitted as to Wilson only with limited instructions. So they're excluding an excerpt of Dirk and Wilson saying GDK in the messages. So the whole gang membership thing. And again, it's like, cool. They'll use that in the next trial, and the judge wants a date for that. Said Instagram messages from Lindsay and Didi, February 22nd, 2022 and March 18th. That's allowed. So excerpts of messages between Dirk and his manager is allowed. Excerpt of code number 4. Messages Ari Quando Rondo allowed. This one's going to be wild. It said the excerpt of CC4 messages. I don't know if that's these two are one and the same. Excerpt of messages between Dirk, Coco number 4 on August 19th and 20th. I need to see these. I'm not going to lie. Excerpt of messages between Dirk and CC number 4 admitted.
How many messages it is with CC4? I mean, they was talking spicy all up in them text messages, man. All up in them damn text messages. Why the fuck are y'all on these phones doing this, young fellas? Y'all niggas be in a DM on Instagram. Y'all be on Snapchat, documenting everything. Damn. Golly, man. I hope motherfuckers learn from their mistakes, man. I'm not saying I want to see, like, niggas get away with crime, these young niggas. But I'm saying, like, at least if you're going to do crime, be smart about it, man. But don't do crime at all, but at least be smart about it.
Going back and forth. Dirk and Coco number 4 were clearly close friends. I wonder what that's all about. So 3 more examples of that. It says moot. I wonder if that's because it's basically introduced under one example and they don't need to admit it a million times. But yeah, as the judge said. Excerpt of messages between banks and others are the ATF investigation. They said that it's admitted, but they have to sanitize it unless the defense wants to put all the messages in a different light. They're going to try and say this was related to drug dealing, but apparently Jam is the one that caused the investigation. They're revising some messages and attachments that will be admitted. Excerpt of August 2023 messages between Dirk and others is admitted. Excerpt of April 2023 messages between PW1 and Booney Mo, including a voice memo, is admitted. The court reaffirms its prior ruling. The voice memo is admitted. They're excluding messages from July 6, 2023 that relate to Didi. We don't know what those are off the top of my head. It's moot with more excerpts of those messages. They're excluding messages related to guns in that time. And then it's moot screenshot from Von's Instagram, another one from Von's Instagram. And this is interesting. Jam did a handwritten note that will be admitted. So
a handwritten note, man. This is crazy.
I ain't gonna hold you. This shit getting crazy. This shit out of hand, right? This is absolutely insane. So I just can't believe it. Okay, this was the evidence list in full. This is kind of some reaction to it over on Reddit. And let me just do this real quick. So yeah, this is kind of people giving their thoughts on it. It's the same. Why the F did he do that interview with academics? That shit was not a good look. You think it was worse than showing up to $1 million worth of game with $1 million cash and all your killers? That was.
See, I get it. Niggas be living in the moment. Niggas be living in the moment, man, and they don't think about the future and what's going to happen with this. Like, me and T-Rail was talking about this today, right? And he like, man, he like, nigga, he got that money. He could have just left. They use Chief Keef as an example. Like, Chief Keef left Chicago. He don't be in no drama. He don't be in no bullshit. He out here in California doing his thing. Woo, woo. But I'm like, bro, a lot of niggas aren't mature enough or mentally mature enough to take those type of steps to say, all right, I done made this type of money. Let me move. A lot of niggas don't want to leave the hood or don't want to feel like they left the hood behind and be looked at a nigga who got money and you forgot about the hood, and you know what I mean? So Dirk shit, brother, you are 1 foot in, you can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out with this shit, and you gotta pick a side. When you're a celebrity, you gotta pick a side, bro. Like, look, you got all the money. Anything that goes wrong and you still 1 foot in, they're gonna put everything on you, bro. You the nigga that's funding everything. You the nigga with the money. We want you. We want you. Hey, how many people we get to tell on this nigga right here? Because I know he done did some shit because he's still over here hanging with y'all niggas. He got money. He for sure. All right, well, shit. What can you do for me in this case, nigga? I'm already in this motherfucker for a murder. Can y'all take some time off? I'll tell you what he gave for me. And that's how these niggas get to talking. And now your own homeboys, the niggas that everybody look at, y'all heard what 600 Breezy just said about OTF Jam. He a real nigga. He would never snitch. He would never snitch. No, when I mean, he would never. And now he's participating with this number one.
Damn. A pretty bad idea. They're saying Dirk was getting cooked online thanks to 6ix9ine. Everybody was saying slide for Von in the comments of anything that had anything to do with Dirk. Don't forget he dropped Back in Blood around the same time, which was a banger. 6ix9ine flipped that whole shit back on him. Hindsight's 2020, but the internet was trolling the shit out of Dirk back then. They're saying not really. 6ix9ine was and is universally looked at as a goofy. Dirk never entertained anything 6ix9ine said. I don't think he plays any role in this. Well, that's not what the feds thought. People saying Didi a goofy. Fed's literally producing and directing a 3-hour-long Scorsese-style feature film for the jury to watch. Hey, I tried my best to do that a couple of years ago, but I ain't nothing on the Feds. Saying Jam really wrote a note saying he know about bodies. YouTube podcast for 6ix9ine. Recent one with Vlad. No, it's going to be the old one. It's going to be the one with Whack 100. If Dirk can't beat the Feds with all this money, nobody can. Diddy couldn't even beat all his charges against the Feds, and he's 5 times richer than Dirk. All right, his charges weren't even that serious. He's good. Okay, he's good.
It's good. Breezy interview. That's the first time we've really heard that. It's pretty crazy, honestly. It's pretty crazy. Damn. I get that they'll try and prove a point that Dirk paid them cash for the murders, but some of this stuff seems silly. Oh, you carrying around a bunch of cash for your partners? Suspicious. We'll accept this into court. Like a bunch of these rappers don't be carrying around cash. The whole admitting $1 million worth of gain was like, bro, clearly bought that for the show. Why is it relevant? Well, it's relevant because he allegedly broke off bread for killers. It's like, how much money did he put back in the jab? That's what I want to know. He must have withdrawn at the bank $1 million. Did he put back in $1 million or did he put back in 920? Right, because that's going to be pretty bad if that's the case. So
money, then you gonna have niggas that was there. See, that's the thing. We got too many motherfucking niggas, man. You got 100 niggas in the background, and if you was out there paying killers and 2, 3, 4, 5 niggas saw it, and these niggas work with the police. Oh yeah, he gave a homie 20, he gave a homie 50, he gave the other homie 50, telling everything that happened, man. It's you can't do this shit, man. You can't do this shit while you're lonely, man. Them days is done, man. Do dirt all by your lonely, man, or don't do dirt at all, shit. Cause nigga doing crime with 10 niggas, it never ends right. It never ends well.
A lot of people just can't even believe that Dirk would have been so dumb. People are saying, how are you out here acting like you're a criminal mastermind, but then you're on your phone telling on yourself extensively? And I do kind of agree. I mean, I don't think Dirk was ever a criminal mastermind of any sort. You're saying, why does he act like a criminal mastermind but he does dumb shit like this? Him saying, I'm not celebrating New Year's because my dog is dead and no one's doing anything. Rondo out there acting like they don't have nothing to worry about. Yeah, people saying it's over. I thought you were criminal smart, Dirk. All right. But you just be saying anything on text like they can't recover it. They'll get text of him making fun of Pap getting killed with the no. Emotions will have MFers doing the stupidest shit. It's easy to look back and say it was done, but dude was 100% letting the pain and emotion make all of his decisions. Dirk really talked to his goons like a cartoon villain. Okay. It's just insane. Right, it's just insane. When Dirk said it's sad I'd rather get revenge instead of making millions, that should have told you everything about his thought process and overall decision making. Moving off emotions gets you jammed or bagged. Okay, I could have called Thug and part of that Rico and told him everybody I shot. All right. Dirk, my favorite rapper, he made too many mistakes. His mistake was not realizing his homie was a crash out that caused his own death. He should have never went and got back to begin with. Then Slide for Von comments in 2020 was everywhere. Not going to lie, still not a reason to throw everything away. So all the kids spamming that. Lil Durk is a dumb criminal with money who makes great music. Okay. The funniest thing was in the academics interview, he found that entire, I'm not going to talk about the situation, but hint at it, hint in a way so people won't recognize, but my hint will be so obvious to recognize. It must be the water. All right. He moves so sloppy. Yeah. It's screwed. All right. So look, I'm going to leave it there. All right. I will see you guys with an update very soon. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go to court tomorrow. It's going to be jury selection. They did say that they might not be letting people into the courtroom because it's going to be full of jurors. But I'll let you guys know if I have an update as soon as I can. Thank you for watching this. I'm out for now. Peace.
Jury selection is tomorrow and Friday, man. Tomorrow and Friday, they're doing jury selection. And it's scheduled to begin on Monday. So things will be interesting once this begins, man. It's going to be interesting. What's done in the dark will come to light. These snitches will come to light. What they're saying, will they take the stand? What will they be doing? We'll soon find out, man. We'll soon find out. Damn, I can't listen to a song. It's a fucking song I want to listen to. Well, I don't get a copyright. Damn. All right, let's see something. Who else got some OTF Jam exposed a little dark sins, you know. OTF Jam told the fans he killed for Little Dirk. They didn't mean dirty. See some.
You want to support me? Go to Nene Marie 37 on ad. Just what you do, make sure you join the membership. Shout out to all my mods and wrenches. Remember, if you got anything extra, I said extra, not food, hygiene, clothes, bag it up, take it out.
What was, bro? You doing shit with a mask on. I can't take you serious, man. Come on, man. We got here. Let's go here. Let's go to Innocentials, man.
Oh, y'all thought things couldn't get
got a shiesty mask on, okay? What is you talking about, man? Let's go.
any worse. Prosecutors claim OTF Jam will testify that Lil Durk took him to the bathroom and told him to stop committing.
so many murders. OTF Jam is confirmed as prosecution witness number one. Today, the federal courthouse following Lil Durk's hearing, it was revealed that prosecution witness number one is OTF Jam, who is one of the most talked about alleged cooperators connected to the case. And not just because he's snitching on Lil Durk, but because he is allegedly, and it's about to be confirmed, a whole hitman in the Chicago streets. A few months ago, I realized I was probably overpaying for car insurance, and
That's crazy, bro. Imagine going and telling the feds, like telling the feds, hey, Dirk pulled me in the bathroom and told me I gotta slow down on too many murders. Just really think about that. You telling the feds that. I gotta slow down on too many murders. You just told the feds you got too many murders. Nigga, how many murders you got? So of course, nigga, you finna work a deal. And even the deal they give you gonna be some fucked up shit. So you really just going outside, my nigga. And they said you had just did 20 years. You going outside, bro. Not you. Respect is everything, bro. Keep your respect. You was already in jail for 20 years. You got out, you got nigga grilling, you a hitman, you out here doing your shit. Take that shit with pride, my boy. This is what you do. But turning rat on your mans, bro, and you got high respect in the streets, where niggas looking at you like a real nigga and you this and that, because, I mean, shit, what else are you doing it for at this point? What are you doing it for? I mean, shit, obviously just killing niggas for money. What are you doing with the money? I hope you do, like, what are you doing? I don't know, man. All these young niggas just be out here doing stupid shit for no reason. Like, what is the purpose? Even if Dirk is giving you, I wonder what he was doing with the money. If Dirk is paying you allegedly 50 bands for a hit, 20 bands for a hit, what do y'all think OTF Jam was doing with the money? To the point where you just out here killing multiple niggas for money. Was you reinvesting that shit in something? Or was you just out here blowing that shit?
After the Lil Durk hearing, and we just had some very, very interesting information about, possibly the most well-known alleged cooperator in this case, OTF Jam. Now, there was a crazy back and forth where they brought up a bunch of things about Jam. They said that the song Back Again was going to be used. I'm not going to lie, I was happy to hear that because that's like one of my favorite songs.
Before I let him finish, let's see why Back Again would be used. Blast his ass. I don't even ask when it comes to cash. They catch him, blast his ass. Jam, get out there and jam. I gave him 50 and gotta ask again. Murders way back then. That's when the was in. Let's break this down, right? Now, allegedly, blast his ass. I don't even ask when it comes to cash. They catch him, blast his ass. This is supposed to be in reference to none other than FBG Cash, who is very close with FBG Duck and all of the guys associated with that side. Cash was one of the last to die. One of the last things he did was take a picture at King Von's mural right outside of O Block and put it on Instagram. Whole world witness your main sniper get his shit splack. And I mean, not long after this, Cash got killed. The photos came out of him laying there, stiff as shit. It's just a recurring event. Someone locks the dead and then joins them. So allegedly, this was about Cash. I don't even ask when it comes to Cash. They catch him, blast his ass. And how I would break that down is it's not even a question. If you see him, kill him. Jam, get out there, Jam. I gave him 50, ain't gotta ask again. He was catching murders way back then. That's when the max was in. Now, this is a throwback story post of Lil Durk saying, Jam, where you at, bitch? And apparently, Durk gave OTF Jam 50,000 in cash after he came home.
When keeping it real goes wrong, man. You niggas rapping about this shit, how much you paying a nigga for a hit. Then you taking pictures of you giving him money. I just gave it to him because he got out of jail. Oh, so you just blessed this nigga because he got out of jail, huh? $50,000 just because your homie got out of jail, huh? Okay. That shit come with a catch. Basically, that's what they're gonna use. This shit came with a catch. And here's why. 50,000 right here when he got out of jail, and look what he said in the song. I gave him 50 to blast his ass. For sure, sometimes, boy, shake real family though. Got it. Real members only. They get out that jam and give him 50, he ain't got to ask again, bro.
Like, back.
They're obviously saying that Jam was catching murders way back when the Max was in. I mean, this is like back in the day. So he's basically alleging that OTF Jam is an old hitter. Been a hitter. James said he loved Dirk for giving him 50K when he got out. Well, we're gonna see how much he loves Dirk inside of this federal courtroom because now apparently he's gonna testify and say it all.
Obviously, you know, in that song, he talks about, you know, Jam got out of that jam. I gave him 50,000. He ain't got to ask again. Well, they're basically saying that Jam is going to testify and cooperate and say that that 50,000 that gave him that he rapped about him back again, which bear in mind was made before King Von even died. But Jam is going to testify and say that he believes that he was given that money basically as like, you know, as a show of loyalty to basically kind of get, you know, some kind of like future as basically not like a prepayment, but basically like on the hopes that in future he might be able to do things for him. He might be able to slide for him. Now, what's crazy is that he's allegedly gonna testify that actually when they were filming a music video, at some point, okay, this is absolutely crazy. At some point, all right, Dirk and a bunch of the other members apparently confronted Jam in a bathroom. They took him into the bathroom, which is super weird, and they apparently confronted him and they basically said, "You moving too hot, you're gonna get us jammed up. You got to be more careful about committing murders, and you're going to get the feds on us." Now, apparently, that wasn't talking about the Pat murder. Apparently, there's other murders, and it sounds like he's actually going to admit to the feds.
How the fuck do they know that? Like, why would you tell them that? Why would you even bring that up? Like, that's what was so crazy about this shit. Like, these niggas go in here telling shit they ain't got to tell, bro. Like, why would you even bring?
He was doing all kinds of murders that haven't even been prosecuted by the sounds of it, not even related to this murder, and that he was basically a top hitter in OTF and for the Black Disciples, and that it was really that serious, and Jam was doing all that. So Jam's name came up a couple times.
Now, Trenches News, love him to hate him, from what I remember.
Shit, look, that's the same nigga. I think you know what you're just talking about. Okay, I'll sleep then. Okay, that's his whole thing, his whole moniker. He puts a shiesty on and reports the news out there. Okay, I just learned something new. My bad, big dog. I thought you was some bullshit out here, man.
Came out that he was like a paid informant from Chicago, and he was really around a lot of people, you know, famous people in the drill music scene. But he's saying FBG Cash was shot and killed for Lil Durk by OTF Jam, which is crazy because that means the same person testifying against Durk was literally the same one that took out Cash, and then Dirk literally put it in a song. And this is the thing about these killer snitches, right? Is just because they're snitching, it doesn't mean they're not a killer. OTF Jam, the alleged informant in Chicago rapper Lil Durk's murder for hire case, is out of jail on house arrest and daring anyone to come try him. Now, this is a story post that he put to his own Instagram, dropping an address. And he would say 30 this floor and anybody else that feel like they like that. I'm doing something Sammy the Bull didn't do. I'm dropping my own location, fresh out on house arrest. I'm trying to see who trying to get it in blood. It was a whole lot of woofing when I was in jail. Now it's time to show and prove.
Oh yeah, he came out on bullshit. He came out on straight demon time, nigga. Damn, that's the crazy shit. Like, bro, the main shooters be the snitches now more than ever, man. The main shooters are the snitches. And then come out and say, I dare one of you niggas say something. I'll gun your ass down. I dare you say something to me, nigga. Yeah, I snitch on them niggas. Fuck them niggas. I'll shoot you too, nigga. That's crazy.
Now, for anyone that doesn't know, Sammy the Bull was basically John Gotti's hitman. He caught like 17 or 19 murders, snitched on John Gotti, and then barely did any time for any of the murders, right? So Jam is comparing himself to Sammy the Bull. It's crazy because we got some people from Chicago speaking out. 600 Breezy, I know Jam. If he was going to snitch, he would have snitched a long time ago.
At first, there was like OTF Jam, and then you stopped hearing his name.
I know Jim personally.
Oh, really?
Like,
Okay.
Personally. So, my mom's side, let's say like Evans, St. Lawrence, all that shit, Evans mob, his squad, and shit like that. Where Jam is from, he would be considered
my op, but he not because of my other people type shit. Because he's from 79th and Vernon. Jam, I don't think Jam. If Jam was gonna snitch, he'd have been snitched on a lot of shit a long time ago. Jam's done a lot of time in jail. Like Jam, real nigga. Like I tip my hat to him. I ain't never seen Jam do no bitch ass shit. So when they started saying his name, I was the first nigga probably like, I don't believe that. I gotta see proof.
Another one. This is how I know Jam didn't snitch on Lil Durk. I don't believe it 100%.
Picture to him. Jam ain't had enough time out of for them to get that type of bond with Jam. So put it on Jam. On Jam was snitch. Have that shit been put out yet? That it was a wire warrant in the case? Have the documents, the black and white, say that someone will wire?
Oh, we have to check the case out.
Hold on. They say they got audio recordings, video recordings.
You know they were saying 100%. They didn't tell you wiretap.
I don't think they're being actually specific of who and what, but they are saying that they got audio.
But they will tell you 100% that it's wiretap.
Now, here's the thing, right? Regardless of anyone's personal opinion, Jam might have been a stone cold killer. No one thought he was going to snitch, whatever. They're saying in court they've identified him as the prosecutor's witness number 1, and he's going to testify. And the thing is this.
And he wrote a fucking note breaking everything.